am Marta Pyrchala, Master and Teacher Reiki. Just for today, be grateful. What does it mean? Is that being grateful is just telling thank you? No. Imagine this. You have a friend. You care for the friend, and the friend has a birthday. You start to think a few months ago before what to buy to make joy for the friend. And at last you have or you made the gift. You are giving the gift to the person and the person, thank you. The person said thank you, but it wasn't gratefulness. And imagine something different. The person didn't thank you, but oh, it's great! I was dreaming about something like this. I will use it to this. This is a gratefulness. So gratefulness, it's not really saying thank you. It's joy because of the thing which happened to somebody. It's using the thing. So this is a real gratefulness. And we can be grateful even for things we think that they are negative. Why it is like this? In last video I told you about so-called negative emotions, that they can be an information that you have to change something in your life. And they are a key to your real development, because there is no development if you constantly feel happy because you don't want to change nothing. And development is constant evolution. So sometimes can happen to you something what you think it's awful. Maybe it's a kind of punishment from a word. But it doesn't have to be like this. For example, once I was fired from my work. I was fired because I didn't want to remove from work a person who didn't deserve on it. So, an area manager came to conclusion that I'm not a person which she could cooperate with. Oh, she was right, I must say. Of course, I was shocked. It wasn't honest. It wasn't just. But I started to think that I always wanted to be a kind of manager. I was low manager, but manager. And I had a lot of such kinds of jobs when I was really young. And I started to think, okay, maybe this is not my way. So what I supposed to do? And I asked myself then what I like to do, what boosts my energy, what is important for me. And I came to conclusion that important for me is independence, development, and helping others. And then I started to think what I could do in my life. I came to conclusion that I have to set my company, because then nobody dishonest will be above me. And I always couldn't follow not honest orders from the managers, higher managers. So I could develop myself, because I could do so many things. I could learn, I could experience, I could do many things. And I could help with this to others. So I set my company. I had some courses, including Reiki courses. At first there were few courses and few treatments. And I started to have my own company. But I was still developing. Now I am after 250 courses in 3 countries, 2 studies and so on, few colleges. Because there is so many fascinating things to do. I made by myself 151 courses for now and published 6 books. I made by myself over 20 websites. There are thousands of web pages, and I met so many people, thousands of people. And I couldn't do this if the lady didn't fire me, because I am quite loyal and I would stay there to my death or to my living. I mean, living with a pension. So I concluded that this firing me from my job, although it wasn't honest, the reason wasn't honest, was one of the best things in my life. And it was a kind of key to much better life, because I wouldn't met so many wonderful people, I wouldn't help so many people, and I wouldn't do so many fascinating things if the lady didn't remove me from the job. But one of my students had even better story. She went to a doctor. She had many examinations because she started to have very severe problems with her health. And she heard from a doctor that she suffers from brain cancer. Doctor told her that she doesn't have possibility to survive. You know what she felt then? A relief. Why? Because up to this time, up to this day, up to this moment, she didn't live like she wanted to. She went for studies her parents wanted from her. She chose work her parents wanted from her. She was behaving like her husband wanted from her. She didn't live. She just existed. And she wasn't herself. And she wasn't happy. So she thought, so if I have only a few months of life, then I will start to what I always wanted to. I will not listen to anybody else. My life is dependent only on me. And she started to live like this. She quit her job and started to work in less good, according to society, work, but the work was always in her interest, and she was happy there. She left her husband. She started to learn what she always wanted to learn, and she started to be happy. First time in her own life. What was the effect of this? She survived, and she still is happy and healthy person. She told me that the best thing in her life was the brain cancer and that which was breathing just on her neck, because thanks to this she started to live again. And if she didn't suffer from the cancer, she wouldn't start it. So the disease, the severe and lethal disease, was the best experience in her life. So I would like you to ask yourself what so-called bad, negative things happened into your life, and how you could use from the things something which could be good for you. If it would be removing you from your job, maybe it's a time for setting your own company or starting work which you always wanted. Or maybe it's something better somewhere for you. If your relationship is over, it means that something better is waiting for you. So ask yourself and use the circumstances for your goodness. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like and share. Bye.